From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
Oh, good.
Huh?
Johnny, this is Ben Pringle.
Ben, how are you? Still selling insurance for Star Mutual?
No, not anymore.
Oh, that's right. You were talking about retiring.
And I have retired. Yes, year ago I quit the insurance business and bought myself a poultry farm.
Well, good for you. Where is it, Ben?
It's right here in Vineland, New Jersey.
And how's it going?
Oh, terrible, Johnny. It's terrible.
Oh?
When I think of all the pretty chickens that I've lost.
Well, what seems to be the trouble?
Johnny, somebody's trying to put me out of business.
Well, I don't know who or why or how, but Ben, if I can be of any help to you.
You can, Johnny, you can. I was going to call Star Mutual because everything I have is insured pretty heavily, but first I thought I'd make sure that you're available.
For you, anytime.
Well, then come on down here, will you? In the meantime, I'll notify the company that you're on the way.
Just give me your address and I'll be on my way.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Star Mutual Insurance Company, Home Office, New York, New York. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the sick chick matter. Item 1, 1050, train fare and incidentals, Hartford to Philadelphia. There, to be sure of adequate transportation, I rented a car. That's item 2, $50 deposit. The 35-mile drive south on Route 47 was uneventful, and I finally turned left onto Vineland's main street, Landis Avenue. Vineland, the heart of sunny southern Jersey. At least that's what the sign said. It's a busy little city. Landis Avenue, a busy street. Finally, I stopped at a mobile gas station on the far edge of town to ask about the address Ben Pringle had given me.
Just keep going straight out Landis Avenue for about 5-6 miles till you come to East Vineland.
East Vineland, huh?
Yeah, then you turn right, go about a mile and a half. You can't miss it. If you can pick it out from the rest of the poultry farm.
A lot of them, huh?
Vineland's the egg basket of the world. Where do you suppose Philadelphia, New York, and the rest get all their eggs and chicken?
Yeah, well, I'd better get underway. Thanks a lot.
Anytime, mister.
The gas attendant was right. There were enough chicken ranches in the outlying sections to supply half a dozen cities. And trying to pick out the one belonging to Ben Pringle was a problem. Finally, to ask further directions, I pulled up at the nearest farmhouse.
Yeah? What do you want?
I'm looking for Mr. Ben Pringle's place.
Oh, Ben Pringle. He's right next door.
Oh.
Ah, the poor man.
Poor man?
Yes, he's coming down here from New York. He'll spend all his money, and what happens? He's going to lose his flock.
Doesn't know much about raising chickens, huh?
Ah, he don't know nothing. Joe, my old man, he's try to tell him when he come here. It's take more than the money to raise the chickens. So why don't he get out? Why don't he sell out before he spend all his money and lose everything?
You think that's what he ought to do, Mrs.
Me? I'm no cheering Sully. My older man, he's cheering Sully. What's your name?
Johnny Dollar.
Well, then if you know him, you tell him. He's like all the rest.
How do you mean?
Oh, they make some money in the big city. They want to do what you call retire on it.
So?
So they're coming down here, buy a nice piece of farmland. We got a plenty nicer farmland here.
I can see that.
So they think all they need is some chicken houses, some chicken feed. And then all they got to do is collect the eggs. They'll make a lot of money.
But it's not that easy.
Huh. Ben Pringle, he's not listen to us anymore. He's going to lose his flock. He's going to have to sell out cheap. He's a lose his shirt.
And his farm goes to rack and roll.
Uh-huh. And that's when somebody else comes in. Somebody who know how to raise the chickens. They buy 'em up cheap.
Oh? Is that how you got this big place of yours?
Oh, sure. We started with a little place. We work hard. We make a little money. Then, when somebody like him comes along, we buy 'em out. We got a nicer, bigger place.
That sort of thing happened very often around here, Mrs. Renzulli?
Oh, sure, all of the time. You ask Tony Pasquale. Now, he's got a big farm. You ask Carmen Chinero. Same thing. You know Tommy Bernasconi?
No.
You ask him. Same thing. Same thing. What's the matter, huh?
Oh, I was just thinking, Mrs. Renzulli, it's pretty much to your advantage to see these people go broke, isn't it?
No, you're just the one man.
Frank, though, isn't it?
Look, I don't know who you are, what you want, what's your business.
My business is finding out why Ben Pringle's having trouble. Maybe who is causing it.
You get out of here. I don't like it the way you talk.
Sure.
I don't think I like you.
Yeah? Maybe you'll like me even less after I've talked to Ben Pringle. How about that?
Get out. By golly, I'm glad you could make it, Johnny. Yes, sir. Sit down.
Yeah. Well, for what I hear, Ben, you're having a pretty rough time of it.
Oh, I suppose it's my own fault, Johnny. Walking into a project like this without knowing more about it.
Well, how deep have you gone into this,
Oh,
Leo?
my, too deep, Johnny, too deep. All in all, I spent nearly $40,000. That's just about all I have. And most of it had to go for replacing my herd.
Herd?
Yeah, my herd of chickens.
Oh.
And I thought it'd be so easy, just buy a few hundred chickens.
Yeah, throw them some feed, collect the eggs, collect the money.
Yes, and I'd be fixed up for life. Oh, dear, there are more diseases a chicken can catch. There are more lice and bugs. Oh, and now this.
Hey, Ben, you said something about somebody's trying to put you out of business.
That's right, Johnny, and I'm sure of it. But why, I don't know. I didn't know I had an enemy in the world.
Well, what's going wrong?
Well, just wait till you see my herd of chickens. And if you don't agree with me, I'm sure you'll agree with me.
About what?
That they're being poisoned. That's what.
By whom?
I think I know. Yes, sir.
Well,
By somebody who'd like to see me go broke.
so that he could buy you out cheap. Who, Ben?
I'll tell you who. Because he wants to add my property to his. And he's right next door. And his name is Joe Renzulli.
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
And now for another episode in the life of Sergeant Donald Bellwether, my husband.
Reba!
What is it, Donald?
Confounded Reba, I can't find the fountain pen. I've looked all through this desk.
Here it is, dear.
Here it is.
You must have used it as a marker when you were reading this book. Let's see. This great literary classic, Six-Gun Showdown at Powder River Gulch.
All right, never mind about my reading habits. Just look at the coverage we're going to get with this new auto accident policy.
Let's see. Yes, collision,
$50 deductible.
fire, theft, public liability, property damage, medical benefits. In other words, we have complete coverage.
That's right. Of course, it's going to cost us money. I'm sending the company a check right now. Gee, it's too bad we don't live in Rhode Island.
Rhode Island, why?
Well, because then our rates would be lower. Rhode Island has less accidents per capita than any other state.
Oh. Which state has the highest?
Let me see. Here it is, Nevada. No, by golly, Nevada's second highest. Alaska has the most.
Really? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just too bad we can't eliminate traffic accidents completely. Not only would it save life and limb, but it'd be a lot less strain on the pocketbook.
Yeah, that's for sure. These automobile accident policies get more expensive every year just because there's so many costly accidents.
Well, I'm glad we've got some good insurance coverage, Donald, but just remember one thing.
Oh, what's that, honey?
Well, some auto accidents ruin a fender, and some ruin a family.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
But as far as I'm concerned, I don't want any of your old insurance money. I want you here at home, safe and sound. You'll always drive carefully, won't you?
Yes, I will, dear.
That's my Donald. That's my Donald.
And now, Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Sick Chick Matter.
Ben, you're sure it's
Joe
next door who's
Renzulli.
trying to kill off your flop, put you out of business?
Yes, sir, Joe Renzulli, and I'm sure of it. But just wait till you see him. Johnny, I have got the sickest herd of chickens you ever saw.
Okay, Ben, let's take a look at them. Though I'm afraid I don't know much about the critters.
You don't have to. Anybody could tell. Just anybody. Come on.
Have you talked with a vet about them?
Ha! Sure I have. Finest vet in the county, too. Dr. Goldhaft. Why, he has a regular laboratory. He's known all over the world. He's the one that cured him of the cholera, and the hepatitis, and the synovitis, and the coccytitis, ptosis. Johnny, after I'd called him in so many times, he even gave me a book.
A book?
Yes, he did. So that I'd know what all the diseases were, and, well, so I wouldn't have to make him drive all the way out here when I'd just forgotten to give the hens their laying mash or enough water or something like that.
You'd forget to... Well, no wonder you've had trouble with your flock.
And I guess I was kind of a nuisance to him, too, but I did so want my herd to be a good one and lay a lot of eggs for me.
Well, what does the vet say about what ails them now?
Well, I haven't told him.
You haven't told him?
Yeah, see, I'm afraid I still owe him a pretty big bill.
Yeah, but look, Ben,
And I looked in the book. Johnny, and there's nothing in it about the way they are. There is not a word. And that's why I sent for you.
But, Ben, I told you, I don't know anything about them. Of course, if you're right, if they're being poisoned... Oh, let's take a look at it.
Yes. You'll see.
You got a nice-looking layout, I'll say that. Nice new houses for them. Big fenced-in yards, or whatever you call them. And there's plenty of room for them to... Oh!
There, yes, sir. You see? They're all so sad-looking. They're just so sad and petulant, as though they're holding against me for whatever ails them. Those poor little things.
So help me, I've never seen it. Do chickens ever suffer from the blind staggers?
Any of the blinds that would mean like horses get? Oh, no, sir, no, I'm sure. Look, because it isn't in the book. And if it isn't in the book...
Ben, you're sure you haven't been spiking their drinking water with some of your private stock?
Oh, why, of course not, Johnny.
You know, you were my one insurance contact that always suggested the nip of that bottle you kept in your desk.
Oh, now, Johnny.
Boy, these chickens sure look... Hey, you said you feed them a laying mat.
It's right here in the shed. Come on. But, what are you thinking of?
Well, if any of that stuff should get good and wet and ferment.
Oh, no. It's as sweet and dry as the day I bought it from Jake Rubinoff. There. See that? You see what I mean?
Where's Jake Rubinoff?
He's the biggest feed dealer in town.
Yeah, certainly smells all right.
Yeah, it is all right. Oh, no, says I. My herd has been poisoned.
And you suspect Joe Renzulli on the next farm?
Of course I do.
Wasn't he one of the people who tried to help you get started when you first came down
Oh,
here?
sure. Yes, he pretended to. What I can see now is just to look over my nice place and see how much he can get his hands on when I go broke.
Well, if you had some concrete reason for thinking he might be poisoning your flock...
I've seen him. Yes, I have. I've seen him with my own eyes. Come right over here at night, several times.
What?
And scatter something over the fence into my pens out of a big sack.
What was it?
Yeah. Now, the time was daylight, and I could see. The chickens had eaten it all up.
You sure it was Renzulli?
Of course I am.
Okay, Ben. I'm going over and talk with him. I went back to the farm next door. I found Joe Renzulli in one of his sheds. Tall, husky, and well-tanned. He was hard at work building some kind of an affair with a large wooden frame.
There. These are finished. Like I say, Mr. Dollar, you're keeping the chickens in a cage up off the ground. They're more healthy. You get them more fat. Bring a better price in the market. Yeah. How you like that, huh?
I asked you a question, Mr. Renzulli. I'd like an answer. Now.
All right. I tell you.
I think you better.
It's because I try to help the poor man without he's to find out. So I throw it over the fence at night when he's in no see.
Throw what over the fence? Well?
Yeah. Move. This is sock. There, you see? In this one.
XLNC Vitagrow supplement.
That's right. The vitamins.
Vitamin?
These are chickens. They're sick. He don't know what to do. He's a waste all his money. He's a nice fella, so I help him.
You sure that bag doesn't contain some kind of poison?
Poison? Poison?
Yeah.
No.
Where'd you get that stuff?
Jake Rubinoff feed store. What are you trying to accuse me of?
Nothing. Yet.
I'm going to try to help the poor man, that's all. You don't like that?
I want a sample of that stuff.
Sure. Take all you want. So what are you going to do?
Well, it's too late now, but in the morning I'm going to take it into town to the feed place and check on it.
You go ahead.
And believe me, if there's anything wrong with it, I'm coming back here with the police in tow.
Police?
You better talk, Renzulli.
You don't understand. You don't know. A smaller place like this, you got to stay friends with everybody.
Huh?
You make trouble for people, it's no good.
What are you talking about?
Your neighbor is your friend.
Oh, sure. Just like you're a good friend of Ben Pringle.
Yeah, that is so.
But you're protecting somebody who's poisoning his chicken.
No, that's a big lie.
Then what's all this double talk? Why are you so afraid I'll bring the police out here?
Well, I'm not. I mean...
Or maybe you've done something you're afraid they'll tag you for. Is that it?
No, that is wrong.
Fact remains you know something about Ben Pringle's trouble with his flock.
I tell you.
You've told me nothing. Okay, I'll find out for myself.
Good. That is good.
Huh?
You no live here. You find out. That's all right. That's good.
Find out what?
You find out
And that's all I could get out of him. And on the way back to Ben Pringle's farm, I suddenly began to wonder if I hadn't stepped into something more than just a bunch of sick chicks. You know something? As it turned out, I certainly had.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Do you know who said, absolute freedom of the press to discuss public questions is a foundation stone of American liberty? Those words were said by former President Herbert Hoover. Mr. Hoover was well aware of the important role that freedom of the press had played in the creation and growth of the United States of America. He realized that without freedom of the press, no democratic form of government could exist. One of the first steps in the path toward totalitarianism is the creation of a controlled press. A free press hampers the work of a potential dictator. When the press is free, the people of a country are free. When the press is not free, the people of a country are in danger of slavery. Remember the words of Herbert Hoover. They are part of your American heritage. Freedom of the press is a foundation stone of American liberty.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Sick Chick Matter.
By the time I got back to Ben Pringle's place, he had spread something that passed for supper on the kitchen table.
Just help yourself there, Johnny. There's plenty more in the stove. If I don't cook the best canned beans you ever ate.
Yeah.
Yes, aren't they delicious? Have some ketchup.
Hey, look, man, as I told you, I got nothing out of Joe Renzulli, except a powerful feeling that he's protecting one of your neighbors around here.
Well, you know how it is out in the country this way, Johnny. A man who tells on his neighbors, well, he's an outcast.
Hey, maybe that's why Renzulli didn't mind if I could find out what's going on here for myself.
I still think he's doing it. Yes, sir.
Whose place is that on the other side? I noticed a brand new Lincoln out front.
Oh, right, yes. Well, he's a nice young man. Oh, he's real nice.
Yeah, what's his name?
John Culpepper. He came up here from the South. I can tell that by the way he talks.
Well, what's he do?
Oh, he just lives there, yes. He has some of the gayest parties. Young men, young women, all he wants to drink.
Oh, no wonder you like him. If you can scrounge drinks from him.
Oh, well, I have tried to drop one now and then, but he's always just shoved a bottle in my hand and told me to come back here and enjoy it by myself. And who am I to refuse a nice gesture like that?
That barn in back of this place. Horses? Cows?
Oh, no animals of any kind. It's a funny thing, though.
Yeah?
Well, I'm a very sound sleeper, you know, Johnny, but I'm sure that I've heard some big trucks pulling in there at nights, and I've often wondered about it. But then I just went right back to sleep.
Ben, have you got a flashlight I can use?
Well, sure, Johnny, I have. I'll get it for you, too. Why? What are you going to do?
Let's, call it a little exploring. The night was warm, and some of Ben's chickens were still out in the yard. They were gathered by a section of the fence right next to the neighbor, Mr. Culpepper's barn. Then I noticed something else, a well-worn path from that barn to the fence. Funny. Quietly as possible, I climbed over the fence and worked my way to the barn. There was a light on somewhere inside of it. And then I caught it. A faint, piercing odor that I hadn't smelled, so help me, since I'd worked on a case down in the hillbilly country of Kentucky. I sneaked over to a crack at one of the barn doors. Inside, I could see cases and cases of bottles and the outline of a huge copper still. Moonshine.
Stand still, mister.
Huh?
Don't you move, sir. I'll blow your head off. Revenue, huh?
Revenue?
I've seen you poking around Renzulli's and Pringles today, and I figured you might be dropping in. No, keep your hands up.
Oh, now look, Culpepper.
No, you look.
If you'll reach inside the pocket of my jacket, you'll find a card case that'll show you who and what I am.
You know, I might just do that now. But don't you try to think funny. Keep 'em right up over your head.
If you like this flashlight.
Don't move. There's enough light coming through the crack in this door. Now, you stand still while I... Johnny Dollar. Insurance investigator?
That's right.
Well, then what are you doing here?
Culpepper, the only interest I have in your still is what it's doing to Ben Pringle's chickens.
What's that?
Yeah, and in getting this gun away.
No, I'll shoot you. No, you don't. Look, I'll make a deal with you. Say a couple of $1,000 to keep your mouth shut about my still.
I told you I don't care about your still.
Then I don't get it.
That's out of my bailiwick. All I care about is... Wait a minute. You make whiskey out of mash. Have you been dumping sour mash over Pringle's fence?
Oh, sure, to destroy the evidence.
Holy smoke. Then all that's wrong with Ben's chickens is that they're drunk. Boiled to the gills.
You mean to say that old used...
Yeah, I mean to say. Now, come on. I think you and Ben had better have a little talk. So they talked, Ben and Culpepper. In exchange for not being reported, Culpepper agreed to pay my expense account, Ben's veterinary bills, and to move out of the county. Oh, I suppose I should have notified the local authorities of what was going on. But isn't that really a job for the company? After all, like I said, it is out of my bailiwick. Hey, you know something? The stuff Culpepper was turning out in that old barn wasn't half bad. Expense account total to the company, nothing. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote today's story. Heard in our cast were Lucille Meredith, Howard McNear, Gil Stratton, Jack Moyles, and Sam Edwards. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cumberly speaking.
Johnny Dollar has been a presentation of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
Perry Jameson, the Paramount Insurance Adjuster, Johnny.
Hi, Perry. It's been a long time. I'd begun to think you're neglecting me.
Oh, how you talk. Matter of fact, I've just been waiting for a nasty enough case to come along for you.
Yeah, you do have a habit of handing me the dirty ones. What is it this time?
Four State, out in Denver.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of them.
Well, they're a small outfit. By contract, all their claims are routed through us. Damage appraisals, payment dispersals, and so on.
So what's happened?
Well, we've had to pay a lot of claims for them recently. Too many. What's more, they've all been big ones and on fairly young policies.
Well, Perry, you know as well as I do that things will average out in the long run. Unless something's wrong.
60,000 on one policy, 35,000 on another, 70,000, and a cool 150,000 on one just last week.
Shoot.
And the beneficiary in each case has been the same man.
Then no wonder you... Just leave the door open, Perry. I'll be right over.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Paramount Insurance Adjusters, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Denver dispersal matter. Expense account item 1, $1.10 for the cab that took me over to Perry Jameson's office at Paramount. True to form, the door was wide open for me.
I kind of thought this thing might get you down here in a hurry, Johnny. Sit down.
Yeah, thanks.
And I took the liberty of calling TWA and getting you a seat on the plane to Denver.
Good idea. When?
There's one leaving New York at 6 p.m.
Okay.
And I'll get you into Denver about 10:30 Mountain Time.
Uh-huh.
Think you can make it?
Sure.
Charge your expenses to us. That's the deal we have with 4 states.
All right.
And the man to see out there, it's almost a one-man outfit. His name is William Whitney.
Got it. Now, look, Perry, I've been thinking on the way over here.
Woo, wonders will never cease.
Thanks, pal, but how well do you know this man, Whitney?
Well, maybe he's in cahoots with this big beneficiary, this Don Ricardo?
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Such things have happened.
No, Johnny, you're wrong. Poor old Willie Whitney's a mild, timid milquetoast. His wife, an ex-chorus girl who probably thought he had money. Well, you can be sure she's the one who wears the pants in the family. Well, Willie would cringe at the thought of hurting a fly.
Well, it was an idea.
I don't blame you, but no, forget it.
Well, what makes you so sure something's wrong?
Well, I didn't say I was, but $215,000 to one beneficiary in a period of only 3 months. Oh, I just want to be sure it's okay. And I called you in because I am willing to pay to make sure.
No, don't worry, Perry. You will. Expense account item 2, $141 even, plane fare and incidentals, Hartford to New York to Denver. Originally Indian country, the mile-high city is now a maze of oil refineries, steel companies, grain mills, chemical and manufacturing plants. A huge downtown shopping area and beautiful tree-studded residential sections. No wonder it's one of the big insurance centers. Item 3, $2 even for a cab into town where I park myself at the world-famous Brown Palace Hotel. Item 4, 10 cents phone call to an old newspaper pal from back east who is now working on the Denver Post.
Pete Packard.
Johnny Dollar, Pete Packard.
Okay, what's the story? Johnny Dollar, well, hey, how are you, Keith?
Great.
You gonna be here long? We gotta get together. Where you stay?
The Brown Palace.
Now,
Pete.
look, you want I should dig up a couple of dates? We'll go out on the town. Remember the last time we tied one on together?
Ooh, are you kidding? I had such a headache the next morning it hasn't left me yet.
Well,
Hey, listen.
Keith, I get away from the desk at 2 a.m.
No, you look.
Huh?
I'm out here on a job, insurance investigation. Did you ever hear of a man named Don Ricardo?
You know Don Ricardo?
No. What do you know about him?
Well, they say, now mind you, I don't know for sure, Keith, but don't forget I did a hitch on the Chicago Sun-Times a few years back.
What's that got to do with Don Ricardo?
It was back in the days of the Capone mob.
Oh.
And Don Ricardo, well, mind you, nobody was ever able to pin anything on him.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Where does he live, Pete?
20 to 30 miles east, the other side of Golden, a little place called Millville.
Uh-huh.
Now, mind you, Keith, I don't want to really say anything against him. I mean, if I don't seem to be really telling you anything about him...
Pete, I think you've told me plenty.
Well, now listen, Keith.
Thanks, and I'll be talking to you. It was late, and I was tired, but I went downstairs to the cocktail bar, and with the help of a big fat tip for a nightcap, got some more lowdown on Don Ricardo. The bartender talked plenty. Yeah, it seems Ricardo was living the life of Riley in the little town of Millville. Lovely home, expensive cars, threw a lot of big, gaudy parties. And always for people from out of town, mostly Chicago or Miami Beach. Yeah, the bartender talked plenty. Until he spotted a lean, well-dressed, rather too well-dressed man sitting alone at one of the tables watching him. A man who'd somehow forgotten to take off the light gray hat that shaded his features and slightly narrowed eyes. The bartender clammed up. I paid for my drink, that's item 5, and was conscious of being watched closely as I casually sorted out and took the elevator up to my room. First thing in the morning, I looked up the address of 4 State. Instead of the striking new mile-high center as I'd expected, it was a dingy old office building on South Broadway. William Whitney looked a little old and dingy himself.
Johnny Dollar, the special investigator?
That's right, Mr. Whitney.
Oh, well, sit down, won't you?
All right, thanks.
Just here on a visit?
I'm here because the insurance adjusters are concerned about some recent claims they've had to pay on policies issued by you.
We've been very unfortunate lately, Mr. Dollar.
Yeah. $215,000, unfortunate. On only 4 policies.
Yes, and all paid to the same beneficiary by some odd coincidence.
You sure it was coincidence? Who were the policyholders?
By some old miners living over near Golden.
Old miners insuring for those amounts?
Yes, sir. They were all able to pay the premium.
Give me their names.
Yes, sir.
Unless I'm cockeyed, there's something wrong with this whole thing, and I intend to find out what it is.
The policies were issued in good faith, and the premiums paid. But I agree with you, sir, and I'm terribly concerned. I'm glad you're here, sir. It will not only save the company a lot of money, but it will take a great load off my mind. Here's the list.
Yeah. Do you know the beneficiary, this Don Ricardo?
Only through seeing him when I've given him the checks.
Barno, Mulligan, R. Smith, and J. Smith. Did any of these insured have families?
Well, I don't know. You see, the beneficiary in each case...
Yeah, I know. Better let me see those policies. Whitney left me alone while I plowed through his files. Satisfied, at least, that the policies themselves were okay, I finally left him, hailed a taxi, and told the driver to head for the town of Golden. As we pulled away from the curve, a small black foreign car in the next block swung around and appeared to follow us. And I wondered. But then it cut off at an intersection, and I decided I was imagining things. Until we pulled up at one of the addresses Whitney had given me in Golden, a ramshackle, unpainted old frame house on the edge of town. I told the driver to wait for me and walked up to the front door.
It looks to me like that house is empty, mister. You sure you give me the right address?
Yeah, this is the address, all right. But I guess that... Huh?
Hey, that door opened by itself?
I don't know. Hello? Hello? Anybody? No!
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Our flag now numbers 50 stars. And behind each star there stands yet another flag representing one of the 50 states. Vermont's state flag, in its early form, imitated our national flag, uniquely bearing 17 stripes and 17 stars, with only the inscribed word Vermont to distinguish it. The good people of Vermont assumed, as did our national government, that stripes as well as stars would be added as each new state entered the Union. Vermont entered the Union after Tennessee and Ohio, and with Kentucky to join shortly, the Vermonters naturally put 17 stripes on their flag. In 1818, the United States Congress put a stop to this, and since then the stripes have always been at 13, and only stars are added for each new state. Vermont's present flag captures the famous beauty of the Green Mountain State in its coat of arms, and inscribed is the phrase, Vermont, Freedom and Unity. Vermont's state flag, the flag of the 14th state to enter the Union, was adopted on April 26, 1923.
And now, Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Denver dispersal matter.
The old house at the edge of Golden, Colorado looked empty, but I knocked anyway.
You sure you give me the right address, mister?
Yeah, driver, this is the address, all right. But I guess that... Huh?
Hey, that door opened by itself?
I don't know. Hello? Hello? Anybody? Oh.
Mister.
Go back. Get away from this open door.
But you're hurt. Your neck, you're bleeding to death.
Stay down. Barely nicked me. I'm all right.
Holy cow.
I thought you was a goner. Here, let me help you.
You'll need help if you don't stay out of his line of fire.
Well, who was it? You see anybody?
Hey, listen.
Yeah, that's a car pulling away from the back.
Get a look at it.
Well, I can't tell. That dusty side road back there. Looks like a little one, though.
Foreign car?
Too far away now. I can't tell. But it's black.
All right, come on. We're getting back into your cab.
Yeah, I'll get you to a doctor.
No, I'm okay. You know where Millville is?
Sure, a few miles east. It's an old mining...
Come on. You know where Don Ricardo lives?
For sure. You want to go there?
Does he own a small black foreign car?
Yeah, real expensive job. I've seen him in town. But, mister,
Come on, because I'll lay odds he's the one who fired those shots.
You mind if I drop you off a few blocks away from his place?
The cab driver relented, dropped me off at Ricardo's front door, then hightailed it for other parts. It was a nice home, very modern, seemingly out of place in what had once been a prosperous mining center, but was now a little more than a ghost town.
Yes?
Mr. Ricardo?
That's right. Who are you?
I think you know, but I'll tell you anyhow. I'm Johnny Dollar, insurance investigator.
Oh, come in, Mr. Dollar. We can sit in the den. Would you like a drink?
No, thanks.
Well, what happened to your neck there? It's been bleeding.
We'll get to that later.
I've been rather expecting someone like you to call in view of my good fortune in insurance money lately. Sit down. You sure you wouldn't like a drink?
Tell me one thing.
Yes.
Who paid the premiums on those 4 policies that netted you a couple of $100,000?
Why, the policyholders, of course, at least to the best of my knowledge.
4 old broken-down miners?
They were still quite active, Mr. Dollar, hoping to find a new vein in some of the old workings in this region.
Then maybe you grub-staked them, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, I did. And they promised me a share of whatever they might find. In return, they named me in their insurance policy.
Oh, you must have given them plenty. More than a worked-out mine could ever yield.
How do you mean?
To afford the premiums on those hefty policies.
Now, look, Dollar, it was all perfectly legal on the up and up.
How old were they? Barno?
Barno? About 68, I believe.
Mulligan and Smith and the other Smith?
About the same. So what?
Oh, the company was crazy. How did they die, Ricardo?
By some strange coincidence, the poor old fellows all went the same way. Accidents there in the mine they were working.
Did the police investigate those accidents?
I imagine so. Now, look,
Ricardo, as you know very well, I was shot at a few minutes ago.
Shot at?
At a little isolated house on the edge of Golden. You were a lousy shot.
Now, look here.
Also, you should have known better than to park that little foreign job of yours in the driveway, at least without washing it down.
What are you talking about?
That kind of purplish dust it's covered with.
Dust?
Yeah, I'm talking about the side road back of that house where you tried to plug me. Well?
Okay, Dollar. Maybe you're right about the whole thing. So what if I did try to knock you off?
Oh, you admit it, huh?
Yeah, why not? But since I didn't kill you then...
Oh, no, you're not.
All right. Put him up. Face the wall,
Hands off for me. Come on, get your hands
Officer,
off.
I've never seen a prettier uniform in my life.
What is this?
We've been waiting a long time to nail you, Ricardo. Get him out of here, boys.
All right, take it easy.
Pete!
So help me, Keith. I knew if anybody would bring Ricardo out in the open, you would.
You mean to say that...
Yeah, I figured I'd better bring these state police out here.
Oh, Pete, you're a doll.
Now let you and me go out and tear the town apart, huh?
Later. After I finish this job.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Over 150 years ago, the Swiss poet Henri Amiel wrote, "Heroism is the brilliant triumph of the soul over fear. Heroism is the dazzling and glorious concentration of courage." During the Korean campaign, Corporal Ronald Rosser was attached to the heavy mortar company of the 38th Infantry, 2nd Division, United States Army. Rosser, a veteran of World War II, rejoined the Army and shipped to Korea when he heard that his brother had fallen in the winter assault of the Chinese Communists. One day, Rosser's company moved into enemy territory. At the time, the corporal was a forward observer and carried a radio. Suddenly, in the midst of an enemy attack, Rosser handed his radio to a buddy, slipped the safety off his carbine, and filled his shirt with hand grenades. He charged at the enemy through fierce mortar and artillery fire, shooting from the hip. Straddling a bunker, he riddled its occupants. Still advancing, he accounted for 2 more of the enemy, shooting one through the head and clubbing another to death. Continuing his one-man charge, he jumped into a trench full of enemy soldiers, opened fire, and forced his way relentlessly down the length of the trench, killing right and left with grenades and carbine fire. Out of ammunition, he returned to his company, where he replenished his supply. Then he charged the enemy again and again. Finally, he returned to his own area, and taking the radio back from his friend, he moved out with his company. Corporal Ronald Rosser was awarded the Medal of Honor for his action. Action which had shown the enemy that his personal code of conduct wouldn't let them push around either his kid brother or his country.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Denver Dispersal Matter.
It took hours, even with Pete Packard's help, and he finally had to go back to his job at the Denver Post. But there in Don Ricardo's house, carefully hidden away under a drawer lining and a sideboard, I found what I was looking for, a handful of canceled checks. It was well after dark when I appropriated one of Ricardo's fancy cars and drove back to Denver, to a little house in the south end of town, not far from the office of Fourth State Insurance Company. As I pulled to a stop, a big fancy truck nearly sideswiped me. Good. It covered the sound of my stopping there. As unobtrusively as possible, I walked up to the front door of the place. Even above the sound of passing traffic, I could hear voices, loud ones, coming from somewhere in the rear of the building. Cautiously, I edged my way around the side to where I could see the lighted window of a bedroom.
All right, I hate you. Only why don't you tell me why?
Stop asking questions. Get the things back. Make sure it's only enough to put in the car. We're traveling light and fast.
All right, Willie, all right already. Boy, you're bossier than Don ever was when you want to be.
Forget Don Ricardo and collect your stuff. If it wasn't for me, you'd still be working in one of his nightclubs in Chicago.
Lucky you never talked this way down to that insurance office of
Oh,
yours.
stop that.
I thought we was going to stay in Denver until you made a lot of dough at the insurance racket, huh?
I left this happy domestic scene to walk slowly back to the front door. Yep. My original hunch at the office in Hartford had been right.
Somebody at the front door.
Well, why don't you go answer it, huh, Willie?
Oh, Mr. Dollar.
That's right.
Oh, my, I'm glad you're here, sir.
Well, you look upset, Mr. Whitney.
I am, sir. I am terribly upset.
Handbags? They're in the hall?
Yes.
Going somewhere?
It's that Don Ricardo.
Oh? I thought you didn't really know him.
I didn't. Oh, if only I'd done it before. I'd never have issued those policies naming him as beneficiary.
Done what, Mr. Whitney?
Investigated that Ricardo. But I did, after you left me this morning. He's a gangster. An ex-gangster, Mr. Dollar.
No.
Yes. I suddenly realized that in your investigation, you'd investigate him, and he'd think I'd had you investigate him. He'd think I was trying to make trouble for him. It frightened me terribly.
And that's why you decided to leave town, huh?
Yes, of course, until this whole thing blows over. He's a dangerous man. He'd stop at nothing. He might even try to kill me. I must leave here immediately.
Oh, I wouldn't be too sure of that. Where did you plan to go?
Far away, anywhere, where he couldn't find me.
And where maybe I couldn't find you.
Of course. What? Why did you say that?
Well, I was just thinking. This morning when I was going through the files at your office, you left me alone for a while.
Yes, I recall that I did.
Why? To make a phone call, maybe? To Don Ricardo?
What?
Is that why he just happened to be waiting in his little foreign car a block or so up the street about the time I left your office in a cab?
Mr. Dollar.
Pretty good theory, isn't it? Especially when I have these little scraps of paper to back it up.
What are those?
Some of Don Ricardo's canceled checks. Made out to you. 20% of the take on those big, fat insurance payments.
Where did you get those?
Funny, too. They're all dated one day after you paid off on each of those big claims.
Give me
No,
those.
you don't. I'm going to need these in... I'll kill you. Mr. Milktoast, huh?
You dirty...
I'll kill you. Okay, baby.
All right.
Okay, Willie, get up on your feet.
Yes, sir. Anything you say, Mr. Dollar. But please, you must believe me.
Oh,
I'm
cut
an
it.
innocent
That
man.
timid soul Posey of yours may have sold insurance to a handful of suckers, wouldn't he?
but it hasn't sold me a thing.
Oh, I suppose you find them in every trade. That still doesn't justify their even being alive, though. Fortunately, in the insurance business, they never get away with it for long. Even a team like Whitney and Ricardo. I wonder if they're sharing the same cell. Expense account, item 6, $10 to the doctor who sewed up my neck. Item 7, $84 for a night on the town with Pete Packard. Strangely enough, I still have a bit of a headache from it. Expense account total, including a little gift to that taxi driver, incidentals and transportation back to Hartford, $391.80. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment. Our flag now numbers 50 stars, and behind each star there stands yet another flag representing one of the 50 states. Idaho's state flag depicts the prime industrial pursuit of its citizens, mining. Balanced against this image is a female figure combining the virtues of the goddess of liberty, for she carries the spear and cap of liberty, and the goddess of justice, represented by the scales in her hand. A bright, shining star in the heavens is an indication that Idaho has joined the nation. Over all is the motto, Esto Perpetua, may she endure forever. Idaho's state flag, the flag of the 43rd state to enter the Union, was adopted on March 12, 1907.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a killer's list. That's right, a list of victims. And guess who's on it? Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote today's story. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Forrest Lewis, Barney Phillips, Edgar Beria, Frank Gerstle, and Peter Leeds. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking.
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Johnny Dollar.
Pat McCracken, Johnny, Universal Adjustment Bureau.
Oh, hi, Pat.
Johnny, you handle a lot of difficult cases for the companies we represent. You've done a magnificent job. Saved some of them a lot of money.
Huh?
Sometimes nipped things in the bud even before they've happened.
Pat.
And there have been times when you've given up personal plans to take them on at a moment's notice and without question.
Listen, that bush you're beating around is getting pretty big.
All right, then I'll get to the point. Johnny, why don't you take yourself a holiday at company expense?
What?
Lake Mojave Resort, maybe, where I understand you love to fish.
At company expense, huh?
That's right.
Okay, Pat, I'll grab the first plane.
Good boy.
But, brother, just wait till you see the expense account I pile up for you.
Why, Johnny?
Because if I ever smelled a rat, believe me, it's now. Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Universal Adjustment Bureau, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Wayward Trout matter.
Expense account item 1, $174.50, plane fare, Hartford to Los Angeles and Los Angeles to Las Vegas. Item 2, $50, deposit on a rental car. I headed south on Route 95. The Mojave Desert. Thousands of square miles of sand, sun-bleached gravel and rock, of cactus, sage, and Joshua trees. High flat mesas, towering crags. Countless trails leading off from the highway. Long abandoned roads leading up into the harsh, bleak mountains, with their promise of infinite wealth to the prospectors who scratched away in their hungry search for silver and gold. And who knows? Perhaps some of these were trails of the pioneers who beat a tortuous path westward to the great Pacific. Who, with their oxen and heavy wagons, were lucky if they made 6 miles a day. Yet here I was, cruising along at an easy 60 miles an hour. And above me, a jet plane, lazily tearing off 600 miles an hour. Yeah, it made me think about the men who lived and struggled here, the men who died of hunger and thirst following the same path I was taking, never knowing that only a few miles away beyond the mountains was the mighty Colorado. Water, food, and life for those lucky enough to find it. But let's get to more practical things, like Davis Dam and huge Lake Mojave. On the east bank at the lower end, Lake Mojave Resort, with its clean, modern cabins, boathouse, dock, and harbor. Everything for a fisherman. It was after 9 p.m. when I pulled in. My old friend Buster Faber was waiting for me.
By golly, Johnny, I'm glad to see you.
Yeah, same here, Buster. How are you? Before you start on why I'm here, how's the fishing?
You remember Ham Pratt, the general manager?
Sure do. How is he?
Went out 3 days in a row, got 3 limits, 5, 6, 7 pounders.
Oh, and I have to come here on business.
Yeah, but as soon as you clear it up, you and I are going to do some fishing.
Believe me, we'd better. But now, what's the problem?
Oh, well, here, let me take your bags. You're in number 8.
Okay.
I'll put you right next to Mr. Hatch.
Hatch?
Old-time confidence man, Johnny, and just plain big-time thief.
Oh, Gordon Hatch?
That's the one.
Used to operate up in San Francisco, over in Reno?
Tried Las Vegas, too, but they ran him out.
Sure. He served a couple of short stretches for petty theft, things like that. But they could never nail him for anything big.
That's right. Sit down.
Yeah. Well, what's he doing here?
Oh, ordinarily, we'd give a man like that some excuse about being full up, something like that.
I should think so.
But Ham and I decided if we let him stay, and with somebody like you here, well, maybe we could do a kind of public service.
Keep talking, Buster.
Well, Tuesday morning, I got a call from some wealthy folks in Los Angeles. They wanted accommodations for themselves and their wives beginning tonight. They're doing now.
So?
Tuesday afternoon, this Gordon Hatch came barreling in. My wife, Marilyn, not knowing who he was, put him in number 7.
What are you getting at, Buster?
Well, those folks from L.A. have been here before, Johnny, and the women always come with enough furs and jewelry
To a fishing resort?
Well, you see, every night they drive up to Vegas to gamble and take in the fancy night spots.
Ah, but what makes you think Hatch would come here just because of them?
One of them's a lawyer that got him sent up for embezzlement once, and Hatch always swore that someday he'd get even.
Oh, well, now, Buster...
I don't think he'd try any rough stuff, anything like that. He isn't the type, but... Well, that's why I called Hartford.
Well, what's the insurance angle?
There isn't any. Unless a lot of heavily insured jewelry suddenly disappears from around here. And your man in Hartford was willing to play along with that.
Yeah, I see.
Well, so do I.
I
see we have another guest, Buster. How do you do? My name is Gordon Hatch.
Mr. Hatch, this is Johnny Dollar. He's come for a few days fishing, same as you.
Excellent. We must go out together, Mr. Dollar. I found a couple of wonderful spots.
Yeah, I understand you had pretty good luck, sir.
Oh, didn't Ham Pratt tell you about the big one I got over near Sculpture Rock? Nearly 10 pounds. I'm keeping him in a live box so I can take him back to Los Angeles and have him stuffed.
Live box?
Yes.
It's a big sort of box made of heavy screen, Johnny. You leave it in the water, it'll keep the fish alive for days.
That's right.
Well, aren't you afraid somebody will walk off with them?
Oh, the nice people who come to this nice place? Of course not. And as a fisherman, I'm sure you know that even the worst crook in the world wouldn't touch another man's catch.
Yeah.
Look, excuse me, I hear some cars coming down the road. Must be the folks I'm expecting.
Why, of course, Buster.
I'll see you later.
Right.
Any plans for the evening, Mr. Dollar?
Oh, not particularly. I'm a little tired.
Well, then come along into my cabin next door. Have some excellent scotch and plenty of soda.
Oh, well, I've had a pretty long day.
Now, look, we can relax and regale each other with tall tales about the big fish we've caught here and there. After all, there isn't anything else to do out here of an evening.
Oh, I kind of thought I'd wander down to the dock and see if Ham Pratt is about.
Oh, save that for tomorrow. Now, come along, Mr. Dollar. I won't take no for an answer.
Actually, I was glad for the invitation. I wanted to know more about this man, sound him out if possible, about his real reason for being here. As it turned out, we spent a very pleasant evening talking entirely about fishing. Only once, in answer to a pretty direct question, did he speak about what I wanted him to.
That is all water over the dam, Mr. Dollar. If it's possible to make amends for some of the, shall we say, questionable things I may have done in the past, well, I can only assure you that I'm sincerely trying to make such amends. Please don't embarrass me this way again.
Yeah, sorry.
Now, tomorrow we'll go fishing.
Well,
I'll not only take you to one of the hottest spots on the lake, but I'll show you the beauties I have in the live box. You'll turn green with envy. Right, Cap?
Well, it's been a pretty long day, and I really should hit the sack.
So should I. So, here we go. Bottoms up, and may tomorrow bring us each a limit.
That I will drink to.
Now, there we are. And I'll see you at the crack of dawn. Sleep well.
Right. Right? Wrong. Sure, I was tired. It had been a long day, but not long enough to make me drop off to sleep almost before I could get out of my clothes. That nightcap had had a lot more than scotch in it. Yeah, I'd fallen for one of the oldest tricks in the world. And until I woke up, anything could happen.
Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
And now for another episode in the life of Sergeant Donald Bellwether, my husband. Donald. Sergeant Donald Bellwether.
Please, Reba, can't you see I'm absorbed in the sports section?
So I see. Who's the girl in the bikini? A shot putter?
Look, what's the difference if she's an athlete or a Hollywood celebrity? Why do you insist on disturbing me while I'm reading?
Did you drop off the laundry this morning?
Yes, dear.
Did you mail my letters?
Yes, I mailed the letter.
Did you know that angry, brooding, and impatient drivers are the major cause of many accidents?
Yes, I know. What?
I said angry or impatient drivers behind the wheel cause many serious accidents. And when a driver is emotionally upset, he's more apt to make an irrational decision or take unnecessary chances.
My dear wife, you ought to know by this time that I am a well-adjusted individual. I have complete control over my emotions.
You didn't have this morning. Now, just because I burned the toast, you stormed out of the house in a fit of rage. You didn't even kiss me goodbye.
Mm-hmm. You're determined to pick a quarrel with me, is that it?
No, I just want you to drive safely. I don't want you to be under any emotional strain when you drive a car. I want you to return home safely. I love you.
Come here, woman.
Yes, Donald.
You sit right here on my lap, and I'll give you that kiss you missed this morning.
And you promise you'll never again drive the car when you're angry?
I promise.
Oh, that's my Donald. That's my doll.
And now, Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Wayward Trout Matter.
What is it?
Hey, Johnny.
Huh? Oh, it's Buster.
You all right in there, Johnny?
Oh, sure, I'm all right. Here, look. Holy, what time is it anyway?
Almost 9 o'clock. Oh, look at those big red eyes.
You aren't kidding. I feel as though Where's Gordon Hatch?
Went out fishing at the crack of dawn. Said you'd promised to go with him, but he pounded on your door and finally gave up. Johnny, you look like you...
Hey,
really...
Buster, the folks you were expecting in from Los Angeles.
Yeah, they came right after I left you and Mr. Hatch last night. 6 of them. I figured you wanted to be alone with Hatch to sort of feel him out.
Yeah, I did. But is everything all right?
Yes, so far as I know. And the point is, did you learn anything from Mr. Hatch last night?
Only that he claims to have turned over a new leaf, is now the soul of integrity.
Yeah? Well, I wonder.
You say he's out fishing, huh?
That's right.
Know where he went?
Well, one of his favorite holes, the one I told him about, is in the big basin about 10 miles up the lake.
What about the folks from L.A.?
They're still asleep in their cabins. Look, Johnny, like I told you, Hatch isn't the kind of trying any rough stuff, even against Mr. Fellows, the lawyer who sent him up one time.
And he's here with that party?
He's the one that organized it, made the reservations. Now, listen, Johnny, I may be all wrong about
In
Hatch.
spite of his threat to get even with Fellows?
Well, I mean, maybe he's gone straight. He Well, he certainly acts like a nice enough guy.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I can do is keep an eye on him. If he makes a play, I'll nab him. If he doesn't, well, my trip out here will have been wasted.
Wasted? I thought you and I were going to do some fishing.
Oh, well, now that's different. Ooh. Hey, I better get some breakfast in me.
Yeah, sure. I'll tell Mary over at the cafe to have it ready for you.
Yeah, okay, Buster. Sunny side up and with plenty of strong, dark black coffee. My head felt like it might split open any second, and I was more sure than ever that Hatch had poured me a Mickey last night. Yet he had expected me to go out on the lake with him this morning. Must have been nearly 10 a.m. by the time I'd showered, shaved, dressed, and joined Buster at the little cafe. Already, half a dozen early morning anglers had come back to boast about their catches, and the big ones had got away.
Now, don't you tell us all, Buster, but that big one, Buster, he must have been 8.5 pounds.
Yeah, I'm sure it was, Mr. Hector.
Well, the place I lost him was in the second cove this side of the dam by the big square rock.
Second cove this side of the dam, did you say?
That's right next to the big square rock.
Hey, Jim, I know a great spot for us to try this afternoon. Yeah, I heard that, too.
Now, don't you tell us all about that spot, Buster.
Cross my heart, Mr. Hector.
Good. Say, Henry, I want to tell you about a place I found this morning.
Feeling any better, Johnny?
Yeah, much. Now, listen. If Gordon Hatch is up here after the money and jewelry of Mr. Fellows and his party, or for any reason at all connected with them,
Yeah?
I think you and I had better hop into a boat.
Mr. Favor.
Oh, yes, Miss Fellows. Good morning.
Please come outside quickly.
Come on, Johnny.
Right.
Miss Fellows, this is Johnny Dollar, a friend of mine, special investigator.
Oh, thank goodness you're here, Mr. Dollar. Buster, we'd been robbed.
What? When, Mrs. Fellows?
Sometime during the night. All our jewelry, Mrs. Harkins and Mrs. Peterson's and mine. Why, it must be hundreds of thousands of dollars worth. My diamond brooch alone
I
is
see
worth...
you found him, Martha.
Yes, Ralph. Oh, this is Mr. Dollar, and he's some kind of an investigator.
Good. I've heard of you, Dollar.
I've told them, Ralph, about the jewelry.
Yeah. Well, whoever did it got our money, too. With all we brought along to gamble in Vegas, must be over $20,000. And how he managed to sneak into our cabins...
And without waking us, too.
Of course, we were pretty tired last night.
Well, good morning.
Oh, Mr. Pratt.
Oh, what seems to be the... Johnny, glad to see you.
How are you, Ham? I got some bad news for you.
Yeah, Ham, it looks like he's done it.
Oh, Gordon Hatch?
Yeah. Better make a thorough search of his cabin.
Gordon Hatch?
Oh, no.
I'm afraid so.
Great Scott.
So, Ham, look in his luggage, under the mattresses, anywhere else you can think of.
Right, Johnny.
Mr. Dollar, do you mean to say that Gordon Hatch is here at this point?
Better look in his car, too, Ham. Under the car and the upholstery.
Look here now, Mr. Dollar.
Sorry, Mr. Fellows. I'll have to talk to you later. Come on, Buster. You and I are going for a boat ride.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Do you know who Uncle Sam's lawyer is? If your answer is the Attorney General, you're absolutely right. But being legal advisor to the President and other governmental agencies is only part of his job. His main task is running the Department of Justice, which makes sure that the laws passed by Congress are carried out, and that lawyers are available when the government must be represented in court. Let me give you an example. Suppose there is some question concerning the amount or kind of tax you should pay, or suppose you and the government don't agree as to which of you owns certain land. That's when the Department of Justice steps in to represent the government side of the case. If anyone is brought to trial for counterfeiting, smuggling, gold hoarding, or passport forging, the Department of Justice prosecutes the case. It also handles all matters dealing with legal immigration. And all of this activity is the responsibility of an important member of the President's Cabinet, the Attorney General. Just as it is the duty of the United States government to protect each and every one of you, it is the duty of the Attorney General to protect the government of the United States.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Wayward Trout Matter.
Lake Mojave was calm as a mill pond, and Buster made the spray fly as we headed almost due north up toward the big basin. But we didn't have to go that far. Buster, with the sharpest eyes I've ever known, spotted the ripples from the wake of a boat that had pulled into a deep, winding cove on the Arizona side.
Hang on, Johnny. Looks to me like Hatch's boat went in that cove.
You mean to say you can tell what boat made that wake?
Plain as a pair of footprints in the sand when the lake is calm like this.
First thing I want to do is inspect that boat of his.
You think he might have the jewelry and money on board?
He's too smart to have left them around the cabin or his car.
Look, that's his boat in there, all right. Tied up that low, rocky ledge that sticks out.
What under the sun is he doing there, between his boat and that ledge?
Well, it looks to me like he's trying to hide something there in the water. But we'll soon find out.
Well, Buster, Mr. Dollar, it looks like you've caught me in the act.
Yeah, it kind of looks that way, doesn't it, Hatch? What were you so busy shoving down in the water between your boat and that ledge when we pulled out?
I figured no one would find it here, Mr. Dollar.
Yeah, I'll bet.
But I decided to move the live box into this hidden cove when I first came out this morning.
The live box?
Well, after all, it was you who warned me someone might try to steal some of these beautiful fish I've caught and I'm keeping alive in it. But as long as you found me out, well, here, take a look at it.
Well, the thing here on his boat, Johnny.
Here, look at them. Ever see such a nice mess of bass in your life?
Yeah, they're beauties.
And that trout on the bottom. I got him way up the lake yesterday morning. Must be 10 pounds.
That the one you plan to have stuffed?
That's the one.
Well, you better have it done pretty soon. He looks dead to me.
Yes, he was this way when I came out this morning. So, when I'm through fishing today, I'll head back to L.A. with him to a taxidermist.
Hatch, there's something I want to talk to you about.
I know, Dollar. But it's your own fault.
Huh?
I pounded on your door till I thought I'd wake the dead.
Oh, no, that isn't what
However, since you're here now, well, why not keep our fishing date now?
Mr. Hatch, will you
Darn
please...
it, though, I don't have an extra rod in my boat.
Well, come on, Johnny. I'll give you one out of my boat, rod and reel.
Oh, yeah, sure, okay.
Dollar, I'll take you to fishing spots even Buster doesn't know about.
Not a sign of the jewels and stuff on his boat, Johnny. I even went through his tackle box. Well, maybe he's hidden the stuff somewhere along the shore. If he's the one who took it.
He looks and talks as innocent as a baby. So the only thing I can do is keep an eye on him and try to feel him out.
Come on, boys. Time's a wasting.
Oh, here, Johnny, you try this rod on for size.
Yeah, well, that looks good to me.
And here, take along a couple of these fast strike minnow hooks. If anything, they'll get you big bass. They sure will.
Yeah, or maybe a trout like the one that Mr...
What's the matter, Johnny?
Come on, Buster.
What? What's the matter?
Well, it's about time. What were you two gabbing about over there?
Say, Hatch, I want another look in the live box at that big trout.
I don't blame you a bit. Well, step into the boat and I'll raise the top so you can really see it.
No, I think I'll pull the whole contraption up here on the ledge.
That'll take the fish out of the water.
Well, you said that trout was dead early this morning.
Well, that's right.
Then why is he on the bottom of this thing? Why isn't he floating belly up? Here now.
I don't know, but I don't see... Now, wait, what are you doing? Oh, those beautiful fish in there will die like the trout.
Oh, I just want a real close look at that trout.
Oh, just a minute.
These live ones will hold still long enough for me to...
Dollar, put them back in the water.
Here we are. Ooh, 10 pounds?
Look here now.
Why, this fish weighs 20 pounds if he weighs an ounce.
Dollar?
And no wonder the way you've got him stuffed full of... Well, how about this? A beautiful diamond brooch. No wonder you decided to get back to L.A. And not to stuff this trout, but to unstuff him. And how about this bracelet? Emeralds, aren't they? And look at these nice new $100 bills. A bit wet, perhaps?
You're holding more than money and jewels in your hand, Dollar.
Oh, now, put that thing away.
I'm talking about your life. And I won't hesitate to pull this trigger unless you toss that money and those jewels into this boat.
While I toss this over at you, Mr. Hatch?
Put it down, Buster, or I'll shoot you, too. Toss me the jewels, Dollar. Toss them. And Buster, stay where you are.
How about the whole trout, Mr. Hatch? All right, drop that.
Boy, Johnny, you really clobbered him.
Yeah, but... Oh, Buster, if you hadn't thrown that oar...
And if you hadn't hit him in the face with that wet fish, Johnny, he would have plugged you.
Yeah, Buster. I always did like trout. Expense account total, including boat and bait for 5 days of really great fishing, cabin rental and meals, and trip back to Hartford, $815 even. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote today's story. Heard in our cast were Eleanor Audley, Larry Dobkin, Barney Phillips, Edgar Barrier, Junius Matthews, Russell Thorson, and Alan Reed. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cumberly speaking.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, has been a presentation of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Johnny Dollar.
Ralph Single, Johnny. At Mono Guarantee Insurance Company.
Oh, hi, Rip. How's Hollywood's most eligible bachelor?
Listen, do you know who Hildegard Ransom is?
Are you kidding? That gal's coming out party hit the society column of every newspaper in the country.
Yeah, I know. So, how'd you like to have a date with her?
Hey, wait a minute. Weren't you dating the luscious Hildy Ransom a while back?
Yeah, I was, but I threw her over.
Oh, Rip, you just don't appreciate the finer things of life.
Oh, no? Well, if you had to put up with some of her wild ideas or crazy antics...
So what? What difference does it make? All that beauty, all that money?
Look, I asked you. You want a date with her? At company expense.
Well, why not?
Then grab the first plane you can and fly on out here.
Okay, I'm on my... what's the catch, Rip?
I'll meet you at the Los Angeles International Airport.
Yeah, fine, but suppose you give me some
Bye.
idea.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar. to the Mono Guarantee Insurance Company, Los Angeles office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the delectable damsel matter. Expense account item 1, $107 even, Hartford to New York, and a DC-7 mainliner to Los Angeles. Single is a good name for Rip. He has a knack for meeting wealthy, important people, particularly women. Yeah, they practically swoon under his spell, and he sells them insurance. I'm not sure I approve his love 'em and leave 'em tactics, but it's no wonder he knew Hildy Ransom, heiress to a couple of $1 million.
Hi, Johnny.
But he hadn't told me why he wanted me to meet her, and I was sure it wasn't just for a date.
Daydreaming, Johnny?
Huh?
Hey, your baggage is right here on the rack. Come on. I'll help you put in the car and we'll take off.
Oh, hi, Rip. Sure, where's the car?
Over here in the parking lot. Hey, what were you dreaming about there at the luggage pickup?
Oh, Hildegard Ransom. Who else? And I take it your little romance with her, the one that hit the headlines a while back, is all over, huh?
Oh, sure. But I got her insurance business. All of it. And, Johnny, if I had to, I could live off the premiums of that one account alone.
And it must be pretty big. Because if I remember the way you live, fancy clothes, fancy apartment.
Well, you can't take it with you, boy. Besides, it's all good for my business. Here we are. Hey, you like this little old truck?
The little old truck was a brand new Eldorado Biarritz. Special paint job, gold fittings instead of chrome. Every accessory you can think of, including a bar in the back seat. Yeah, Playboy, party boy, Rip Single hadn't changed a bit.
And if you make contacts, make them right where the money is, and if it's a pretty girl that has the money and you can charm her into your arms, baby, you made a sale.
Okay. Now tell me, Rip.
Johnny, did you ever hear of the Cape Star?
What's that?
Well, it's an emerald. As big as a robin's egg in a 14-carat mounting loaded with diamonds and rubies. A brooch. Value? Nearly 300,000 clams.
This Hildegard Ransom owns it?
Uh-huh. Or did.
How'd she lose it?
Well, all I know is that she called me and she said it was missing and that she wants me to go out and have a look.
Out where?
But I don't want that wacky dame to get her hands on me again. Now, you heard of some of her crazy escapades. Like the time she flooded half of the Bel Air estates.
The what?
Well, she didn't like the looks of a fire plug on her 5 acres up there, so she had the gardener plant some dynamite under it.
Oh, brother.
Well, I gotta do something for laughs, she said.
Oh, the old story of the idle rich with too much time on her hands, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, that kind of stuff can lead to trouble sometimes. Where is she, Rip? Bel Air, did you say?
Well, when she's home, which isn't often. Right now, I think it...
What the Sam Hill?
Oh, sure. All the comforts of home. Here now. Hello?
Hurry, Jess 1121.
That's right, operator.
One moment, please. I have a call for you.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, brother, when I get rich enough to put a mobile phone in my car.
Oh, it doesn't cost much. As a matter of fact...
Rip Single, are you coming out here to see me or aren't you?
Oh, well, now, Hildy...
It's the 5th time I've called. And, Rip, if you don't do something about my loss of the Cape Star, you call the police.
Well, sure, of course.
I might have known you would. So they'll tell the papers. More publicity for you in that lousy insurance business.
But, Hildy, I always notify the police...
Well, you know what that means. It means reporters, photographers, cops, half the town falling all over themselves when I get in.
Look, Hildy,
so if you or somebody else, and I don't mean the cops, if you don't get out and try...
Darling,
You know what, I'll cancel every policy I have with you. My own, the houses, the cars, this old tub, everything.
Here, will you take this, Johnny?
Yeah, sure. Hello?
Hello, didn't you hear what I said?
Look, miss,
What? Who's that?
Johnny Dollar.
Johnny. So we got you. Well, now we'll have some action. Because you'll come out here right away, won't you?
Well, that depends.
But I don't know what to do. The Cape Star Emerald gone, and Rip's so busy he can't leave his office. Johnny, you have to come, please.
Well, look...
Oh, I knew you would, honey, and I'll be waiting for you. Rip can tell you how to get here. Bye.
Yeah.
Don't be fooled, Johnny. She really is that charming when she wants to be.
Okay, Rip, take me to her.
Not quite.
Huh?
That old tub she mentioned is her 165-foot diesel yacht.
What?
And near as I can guess is about 70 miles offshore.
What, do you expect me to walk?
Oh, she also has a cruiser. A 58-footer parked down at Balboa. You can go in that.
Then you'd better swing around, brother. We're driving north.
Oh, there's a private airport up here off Sepulveda Boulevard where I keep my plane.
Your own plane?
Sure.
Holy smoke.
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
And now for another episode in the life of Sergeant Donald Bellwether, my husband.
Reba? Reba, where are you?
In the kitchen, dear. I'm coming. Donald, what are you doing home so early? Are you sick?
No, I'm not sick. I came home early to get some work done, but you're going to have to help me.
Help you with what?
Well, you got me into this. You're going to have to help me get out.
Donald, you're not making sense. What did I get you into?
Well, it all started this morning. I walked into the lieutenant's office, and I started bragging about how well my wife delivered her speech on safety at the PTA meeting.
Oh, that was sweet of you.
Yeah, sweet, but the lieutenant was quite impressed. In fact, he was so impressed he assigned me to give a talk on safety tomorrow at the enlisted men's meeting.
Well, good for you, Sergeant. You can do it.
Well, gee, I don't know, Reba. What'll I say?
Well, just say that, well, wait a minute. Here's some notes on traffic accidents. Just read these aloud.
Oh.
Oh, come on. Come on, just try them for size.
Well, okay. Men, what if a disaster wiped out every man, woman, and child in Springfield, Illinois? We'd be shocked, wouldn't we? So would the entire world. Yet, a total of 95,000 accidental deaths occurred 2 years ago in the United States. That's about 10,000 more than the population of Springfield, the capital of Illinois.
Attaboy, you're doing fine. Now, go on.
And don't think the men in uniform are exempt from accidents. In one branch of the service alone, 600 were killed and 5,000 injured in a 12-month period. On many, many days during the Korean conflict, more servicemen lost their lives on the highway than on the battlefield. Hey, wait a minute, Reba. These aren't notes. This is a full speech, all typed and ready.
That's right, dear. I wrote it for you this morning.
Well, how did you know?
Well, your lieutenant and his wife were at the PTA meeting, dear.
Put up job. I see it all now. I only hope I can do this fine speech justice.
Oh, you will, darling.
Well, I'll try.
Oh, that's my Donald. That's my doll.
And now, Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the delectable Damsel Matter.
During the ride from Los Angeles to Balboa in Rip Single's private plane, he admitted to me that he hadn't made all his money in the insurance business. Seems a rich uncle had conveniently died some years before. Lucky stiff. Rip, I mean.
Look, all I know, Johnny, is that Hildy took the Cape Star Emerald along with her on this yachting trip, and now it's gone.
Yeah, how much of a trip?
Oh, Lord knows where she's been. She said she might end up in China, the Philippines, most anywhere. You see, she has the money, she has the time, and she's done everything under the sun that normal people do, so now she keeps looking for the unusual. Anything for a thrill.
Yeah, well, when did she discover the stone was missing?
She radioed to me today.
From out on the high seas?
Yeah. She said she was certain she had it the day before because she'd worn it. And then when she went to look for it, it was gone.
Some member of the crew, do you suppose?
I don't know. Maybe she dropped it overboard.
You mean purposely? To collect the insurance?
Now, who knows?
Oh, but if she has so much money...
Well, who knows? Maybe she hasn't lost it at all. She just wants company. Oh, look, there's Newport and Balboa down below. I'll circle Hildy's little summer house before we land.
Hildy Ransom's little summer house turned out to be a mansion right on the waterfront. And tied up to the long dock was not only the cruiser, but a snappy little speedboat, a small sailboat, and a couple of outboards. All very nice. Not so the skipper of the cruiser.
No, my orders the last time I spoke to the Hilda Moral were to take you out to her, Mr. Single, nobody else.
Look, we just talked to Miss Ransom by radio, and she wants you to take Mr. Dollar out there.
And I tell you, my last orders
Well, forget your last orders.
Hey,
I
look,
said those
look,
were
look.
my
Hey,
orders.
wait a minute, please. Skipper, have you got a radio on this cruiser?
Of course.
All right, then. Make contact with the Hilda Mora. Find out for yourself.
Okay, I'll do it.
At the same time, you can get her position, okay?
We'll see.
Well, give dear Hildy my love, or whatever else you can think of. Anything that'll keep her from switching her insurance to somebody else.
You are a louse, aren't you?
You don't like me, do you?
No. Were you ever really serious with her, Rip?
Yeah, sure, but I'm just not the marrying kind. So, Johnny, the field is clear for you.
Huh?
And if you want to latch onto a few $1 million, she's really mighty sweet, attractive gal. Well, let me know how you make out, Johnny. Oh, and please, find that emerald.
I beg your pardon, sir.
Yeah?
We're ready to sail whenever the gentleman's ready.
Okay, Skipper, let's go. The cruiser turned out to be a dilly, a luxury from stem to stern. And the trip out to the Hildemora took much longer than I'd expected. In spite of the powerful engines that sent us through the water at over 18 knots, it was well after dawn the next morning when we hove to alongside the Hildemora. And that 165-foot diesel yacht made the cruiser look like a broken-down rowboat. As for Hildy Ransom, 5'6" or 7", she was blonde and she was beautiful, with quick blue eyes that had fun and laughter sparkling in them, and a figure.
Well, come on, Johnny. Come aboard. And Marty, you keep the cruiser around in case Mr. Dollar wants to go ashore again.
Hi, sir, Miss Pat.
Hi, Johnny. Welcome aboard the old tub.
You call this floating palace a tub?
Well, after the holes that got shot into it, it's a wonder we're still afloat.
You've been shot at?
Off Formosa on the China coast. We had a ball. For a while, I thought some of the red aircraft were going to strafe us one night.
Oh.
But it got too dark for them, and the captain, the old fuddy-duddy, turned off all our running lights, and we headed out to sea again.
What under the sun were you doing off the China coast, Miss Ransom?
No, it's Hildy. Oh, just finding out what goes on in the world. You know what I really wanted to do?
What?
Pay a visit to Joe and Lai.
The Red General?
Why not? But they wouldn't let us ashore long enough without a lot of fuss and bother, so... Now, let's go into my quarters and talk about the Cape Star.
Yeah, okay.
I could kill that Rip Single for not coming out here, but I'm so glad you could. You're even better looking than I'd heard.
Huh?
Are you as much of a wolf as Rip says you are?
Oh, well, now, wait a minute.
Okay. I'll find out for myself. It might be fun finding out. Johnny?
For a minute, I began to wonder. Maybe Rip wasn't the only one in this affair who turned on the charm to further his own ends. Hildy Ransom, let's face it, was a wealthy ne'er-do-well who'd do anything for a thrill. Couple her with a character like Rip Single. Yeah, I wondered. But then, walking along the deck with her, I saw something that suddenly changed my mind. One of the crew who ducked into a doorway when he spotted me. Who, I wasn't sure. But I had a sudden mental image of his eyes, somewhere in the past, looking at me over the sights of a gun.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Do you know who said, "That man is free who is protected from injury"? Those words came from Daniel Webster, one of the most eloquent orators in American history. Webster knew that a man could not be free unless he lived in a country which recognized his right to freedom and created laws to protect that freedom. A slave state may say that its citizens are free, but as long as a single citizen can be harmed by the whim of a country's rulers, true freedom does not exist. A man is free only if his rights to freedom are protected. Remember the words of Daniel Webster. They are part of your American heritage. The free man must be protected from injury.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the delectable damsel matter.
I suppose I could have waited till we got in to report the loss of the emerald, but sit down, Johnny, and I'll have some drinks brought in.
Okay, thanks. Now listen.
Because of where we've been on this trip, we'll have to go through customs, and there'll be the police and the reporters and so on. And whoever took the Cape Star might have a chance to...
What's the matter?
That drawer where I kept it. I'm sure I left that closed after I'd hunted for it, and... Excuse me. Johnny.
Yeah.
Look. Look, it's here. The Cape Star, it's back.
You're sure?
Yes, of course. Here, look at it.
And you're sure it wasn't there before?
Of course I am. I turned this cabin upside down.
Hildy, this isn't some kind of a gag, is it?
What?
I mean, you're having me come all the way out here to find something that wasn't lost after all?
Johnny! Oh, Johnny, how can you say such a thing? Of course not. But now that you are here, and the star is safe and sound, I think we'll have fun together, huh?
Hildy.
I've got so tired of the other guests I have on board. That stuffy old Professor Randolph and his boring wife, and Charlie Burton, and that girl he's always fawning over.
The Cape Star was actually missing?
I swear it, Johnny.
All right, then. I still have a job to do. I want to meet these guests of yours. Also, I want to talk to the crew.
Of course, Johnny. But later, I'll have some drinks brought in, and we can plan ourselves a ball between now and when we put into port. Yes?
Miss Ransom.
Yes, Captain.
One of the men. One of the crew. Name's McCarty.
Yes?
It looked like appendicitis, ma'am, and I took the liberty of sending him ashore in the cruiser. It'll get there long before we can.
Well, of course, Captain. You've done exactly right.
Wait a minute. I'm not so sure of that.
Why, Johnny?
McCarty, huh? Short, dark, with a scar on his chin?
Yes, sir. They've already left.
What?
Yes, sir.
10 to 1 that McCarty is the man I want.
Johnny.
Hildy, we gotta stop him. A radio call to the cruiser brought no response, and I had a sneaking suspicion the skipper of it had a gun in his back, a gun held by the supposedly sick McCarty. And the yacht, despite her size and power, could never catch up with that cruiser in 1,000 years.
If you're right, Mr. Dollar, we'll radio to the Coast Guard to intercept it.
But I couldn't be sure that I was right. And then I noticed the speedboat slung between davits on the yacht's afterdeck.
Of course, Johnny. And I'll go after them with you.
Oh, no, you won't.
Just for kids, huh? Please.
No. Then 6, 8, 10 minutes later, however long it took to get the speedboat overside, the first mate and I were tearing across the ocean in pursuit of the cruiser.
That cruiser will do an even 20 knots if he opens her wide, Mr. Dollar. But she's no match for this, baby.
And pour it on. Come on, you see him yet?
Sure do, dead ahead.
Yeah, I see him too.
Well, where's the skipper? McCarty's up on the bridge alone.
Hey, look out, that puff of smoke. He's shooting at us.
Then hang on, I'm going to swerve around. But he'd never hit us at this range anyhow.
Stay down low. He might get lucky.
You got a gun to answer him?
No.
Well, there's a berry pistol. Use it for shooting up distress flares.
Where is it?
This cabinet under the dash. You see it?
Yeah, right. It's no match for a 38, but if you can swerve us in close enough, keep swerving.
Right. Hey, look. He's having to reload.
Then get us in there fast.
Here we go. Well, let him have it. Let him have it.
Yeah.
Hey, you got him. You got him.
Come on, give me another load.
Here, Dollar, right here.
Watch him, huh? He's changing course.
Hey, you're right.
Look out, he's turning into it. I kind of pieced things together after the yacht, the Hildemora, picked us up. By sheer luck, my shot with a flare gun had struck McCarty full on. He was badly burned. And after the smash-up, the mate had pulled me out of the drink. By then, the yacht caught up with us.
And do you know what he was doing, Johnny? That man who called himself McCarty?
Huh? Oh, hi, Hildy.
Smuggling. Narcotics that he picked up in China.
Yeah?
He knew we'd never get through customs when we came to port, so he stole the Cape Star. Just long enough to make sure the cruiser would come out to us. He knew I'd sent for somebody.
Oh, yeah, I get it. Then he played sick to go back on the cruiser. That way he'd avoid customs and the police.
Yes, honey.
Where is he now?
Below, locked up. And after the way you hit him with that flare. Well, now he is sick. Darn it.
Darn it.
We didn't have to get him into a doctor. Gee, Johnny, you and I could cruise around and... Well, it will be 2 or 3 days before we get to port.
3 days. And what a 3 days. But, oh well. Expense account total, including transportation back to Hartford, $230 even. Remarks? It's funny, isn't it? You never know what you're going to get into when you take on even the most routine kind of case. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote today's story. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Chet Stratton, Barney Phillips, Jack Moyles, and Frank Gerstle. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Roy Rowan speaking.
Johnny Dollar has come to you through the worldwide facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
Here's your number in Kingman, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, thank you, operator.
One moment.
Jake Kessler.
Johnny Dollar, Jake.
So you found out I was right. You left our fair state of Arizona and gone back to Hartford.
Wrong.
Huh? You mean you're still at Lake Mojave Resort?
I sure am.
And I'm still betting that you haven't found anything to indicate Elmer Hobbs' death wasn't accidental drowning.
Jake.
So your expenses will have to come right out of your own pocket instead of the company.
Listen.
As for that crow you talked about eating, how do you want it cooked?
Listen, will you?
What?
Have you mailed in the insurance claim yet?
Well, I was just about to run it over to the post office when your call came in.
Tear it up.
What?
Because, Jake, Elmer Hobbs was murdered.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Greater Southwest Insurance and Liability Company, Kingman, Arizona office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my further investigation of the Mojave Red matter. Expense account item 1, 20 cents for the phone call to Jake Kessler in Kingman. I made that call in the office there at Lake Mojave Resort. And needless to say, Jake didn't quite believe me at first.
Murdered? Elmer Hobbs was murdered?
Jake, I'd bet my last buck on it.
Yeah, but, Johnny, the police spent 2 or 3 days over there investigating. The coroner, too, and they all reported no evidence of foul play.
That's simply because they didn't know where to look.
What do you mean?
You know Red Barrett, the old fishing guide over here?
I've heard of him.
Well, Red found the boat that Hobbs used that day. It was lying on the bottom of one of the coves up in the big basin.
Sure, because of the storm that drowned Elmer Hobbs.
Because somebody sank it. That boat had a couple of air tanks on it that would keep it afloat even if it was swamped.
Oh?
But, Jake, those tanks were cut open by whoever killed Hobbs.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
But who did it, Johnny?
That's what I'm going to find out.
I'll call you later. I hung up on Jake Kessler, then walked on back to the dock where I found Red Barrett and Buster Faber waiting for me.
Get your call to Kingman through all right, Johnny?
Yeah, Red. Jake Kessler's holding up the claim on Elmer Hobbs' insurance.
Good. That's good.
Did you, tell Buster what we found up the lake?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Johnny, he did. It's like I said in the beginning, I just didn't see how a man like Mr. Hobbs could ever get himself capsized up in the big basin, no matter how bad a wind came up.
Buster was the only one that agreed with me, Johnny.
Well, quite frankly, I don't see why everybody wasn't suspicious when Hobbs' boat wasn't found after the storm.
Right, Johnny. But now that you and Red found it, sunk in the bottom of that cove and with the flotation tanks cut open, yeah, it sure looks like murder.
Oh, that's what I thought from the first, Buster. That's why I telephoned all the way to Hartford to get Johnny out here.
But who could have wanted to kill him? Any ideas, Buster?
No, sir, Johnny, I certainly haven't.
You sure there was nobody here at the resort who might have wanted him out of the way?
Johnny, the other folks who were here at the time it happened, why, they didn't even know Mr. Hobbs.
You're sure of that?
Absolutely. See, he wasn't much of a mixer. He stayed by himself all the time.
That's right, Johnny. Elmer used to go out fishing first thing in the morning, and he'd be the last to come in at night. He'd go to his room, cook his supper, and then go to bed.
All right, listen. He was killed just before or during the big storm you had.
That's right.
Who else was out on the lake at that time?
Nobody. Nobody from here, that is. All our people, all our boats were back here at the landing. They'd got the storm warning.
So don't you see, Johnny, it must have been somebody from up the lake.
What do you mean?
From one of the other landings.
What other landings?
Cottonwood, Emery's, any one of them. Yes, sir. Somebody sank his boat and tried to sink his body with it.
But we found his body washed up on the Nevada shore. You found it, Red.
Yes, I did. My best friend.
I dove down to that boat, Buster. And I found not only the bashed-in flotation tanks, but where the anchor line had apparently been lashed around the body to hold it there.
And you remember, Buster, the rope marks we found on Elmer's body?
Yeah, but the police, sheriff, and coroner, and the rest...
What did they say?
He probably just got tangled up in that rope when he was fighting the storm. But they were wrong.
Yeah, apparently.
Why do you say that, Johnny?
Well, because so far this evidence of murder is, well, it's all circumstantial. As for motive...
Motive? Well, I hadn't thought of that.
Red...
Well, the main thing is that cutting open the flotation tanks was done with some kind of an axe.
I was asking about motive.
And I know that Elmer didn't have any axe on that boat.
Do you find the axe, Johnny?
No. Now, Red...
I'll tell you what he had in his boat, besides his clothes, I mean.
Well, let's cover this motive thing.
He had the anchor, of course. That went with the boat.
Red.
He had a nice new Silaflex rod with a Mitchell 300 on it.
Yeah, but now look.
He had a long-handled net that he'd picked up somewhere in L.A., and an old beat-up McKinney tackle box full of plugs and spoons and a fish stringer. And that was all, Johnny. No axe. That was all he had with
Red,
him.
that bush you're beating around is getting pretty big.
Well, Johnny, I don't know what you mean.
Well, I asked you about possible motive, and so far all you've done is evade the question.
Now, why should I do that?
Well, that's what I want to find out.
Well, now, Johnny...
Do you know of anyone who might have wanted Mr. Hobbs dead? You say you knew him pretty well.
And I did, yes, sir.
Well?
No, sir. No, sir, I certainly don't.
You're sure?
Why, Elmer... Well, nobody could want to kill a fine man like him, Johnny. He was one of my best friends.
Yeah.
At least while ever he was here, I mean. I never knew anything about him in L.A., I mean.
He was in business back there, I understand.
That's right, with a man he called Stu Manley.
Wait a minute.
What is it, Johnny?
I'm going back to the office and call Jake Kessler again.
Yes, sir. Elmer was my best friend.
Come on. Come on up to the office with me, Buster.
You can use the phone here on the dock, Johnny.
No. Come on. Red, we'll see you later.
I'll be here, sir.
You look like you just got hit with an idea, Johnny.
Yeah, and I'm afraid it isn't a very pretty one.
Oh?
Morning,
What is it, Johnny?
Any of the early fishermen come in yet?
Oh, yes, sir, Mr. Carson, and they picked up some nice bass up above the power line crossing.
Good. I was thinking of going up that way myself.
Yeah, well, good luck. Now, what were you going to say, Johnny?
Were Red and Mr. Hobbs such really good friends?
Well, they were always together when he came here. Of course, they were always fighting like cats and dogs over some silly thing or other, but didn't mean it. Oh, now, wait a minute, Johnny.
Was Red alone when he found Hobbs' body?
Yeah, he was, and he brought it back here. But now, look.
There weren't any other boats up the lake?
Yeah, there were, but Red was searching that particular part of the shore alone. But surely you don't
Jake
think...
Kessler told me something about Hobbs' insurance policy, but not quite enough.
Johnny, listen.
Come on, let's get to that phone.
Well, then, Johnny, don't you think you ought to call in the police?
No.
If you're right, that is.
No, let me handle this alone for the moment. Now listen, Jake.
Yeah?
Didn't you tell me that the insurance claim was filed by one of Hobbs' beneficiaries, plural?
That's right, by his business partner in L.A.
Who were the others?
Just one other. If you'd taken time to listen to
Who
me.
is it?
You were so all fired up when I drove you down
Who
there.
is this other beneficiary, Jake?
You're still sure Hobbs was murdered, huh?
I'll bet on it.
So now you're looking for somebody with a motive, huh?
The beneficiary, Jake.
Like I told you. One of them was his business partner, J. Stuart Manley.
And the other?
Red.
Red.
Yeah, Red Barrett.
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Our flag now numbers 50 stars. And behind each star there stands yet another flag representing one of the 50 states. Illinois' state flag uses many of the symbols of our nation's great seal. The eagle, the symbol of our national strength, rests on a shield representing the states, indicating that the states and the nation are bound together, for in unity there is strength. The arrows in the eagle's talon indicate military preparedness, and in his beak is a scroll which reads, State Sovereignty, National Union, a reminder of the greatness of the state of Illinois and its pride in being a member of the United States of America. Illinois' state flag, the flag of the 21st state to enter the Union, was adopted on July 6, 1915.
And now, Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Mojave Red sequel.
Two people who I knew stood to gain by the death of Elmer Hobbs. One, his business partner, J. Stuart Manley in Los Angeles. The other, Red Barrett, fishing guide at Lake Mojave Resort, who said he'd found his body, who professed to have been his best friend. I wondered. I said as much to Buster Favor as we sat there in the office of the resort.
Red do a thing like that, I won't believe it, Johnny.
But he's the one person who could have engineered the whole thing, Buster.
But why, then, would he lead us to the place where Mr. Hobbs' boat was sunk? And point up the fact it was deliberately sunk, and an attempt made to sink Hobbs' body with it?
Oh, there's a cover-up? To make him look clean?
Oh, no, Johnny.
Well, the boat would have been found in that cove sooner or later anyway.
I tell you, you're wrong if you suspect Red. Look, if Hobbs' business partner is a beneficiary, too, why don't you look him up?
I fully intend to, unless Red did do it.
No.
And I can prove it.
No, Johnny.
Let's go back to the dock so I can talk to him again and see.
Buster, Oh, hello, Johnny.
I suppose you've heard, Ham?
Yes, Red told me. You're quite sure it was murder?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Listen, Buster.
Yeah.
Look, Ham, as manager of this resort, you know Red pretty well.
I sometimes wonder. That's what I came up here to ask you about, Buster.
Huh?
Did you send him skiting out of here?
What?
We just left him down at the dock.
You mean you didn't see him tearing out of here in the pickup truck a few minutes ago?
What?
Ham.
Red?
Where'd he go?
I don't know, but he certainly left in a hurry.
Johnny.
Yeah.
No, I still can't believe it.
What are you boys talking about?
Nothing. Ham, is there a car around here I can use?
Oh, sure. Take mine. There are the keys.
Thanks. Now, look.
Incidentally, Buster, I was poking around where Red kept his fishing tackle trying to find that rig he borrowed from me last week.
What did you find, Ham?
Well, I thought Buster might know where the old coot got hold of that new spinning outfit. Silaflex rod.
What?
Yeah, and a brand spanking new.
Mitchell Reel.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no.
All right, Ham, Buster, you just sit tight. If Red comes back here before I do...
Comes back?
Yeah, say nothing to him about what we've learned. Just keep him here and tell him I'll return to talk with him later. Nothing else.
But, Johnny...
No, do as I say.
Look, boys, what's going on
I'll
here?
see you later.
Well, now, Johnny...
Red was one of Elmer Hobbs' beneficiaries. He was the one who'd found the body. He had the fishing tackle that had belonged to Hobbs. And when it was discovered by Ham Pratt, he'd left in a hurry. All pretty incriminating. Which is not why I took off in Ham's car. West on 77, south on 95, and west again on 66. Item 4, $1 even for a sandwich and a Coke and Barstow.
Item 5, $4.80 for a tank full of gas at the sign of the Flying Red Horse. Then westward again. And always with an eye out for Red and the old pickup truck. Finally, as the sun was disappearing over the edge of the Pacific, I pulled into Los Angeles. The real estate office of Manley and Hobbs was closed. A directory at the nearest phone booth gave me J. Stewart Manley's home address, 1308 Pandora Avenue in the residential section called Westwood. The neat white stucco house was dark, the garage empty. I let myself in through a back door by slipping the lock with the aid of one of my business cards. It was hard to see inside, but I didn't want to turn on any lights. And that was a mistake. Because as I quietly rounded a corner and started toward the den, I guessed wrong. Somebody was at home, was in that den behind the now closed door. And that somebody knew that I was in the house. There was only one thing to do, try to bull my way through. Well, Mr. Manley, you're just... Oh, you killer! Wait a minute. Oh.
Red.
Johnny Dollar. Well, it kind of looks like I made a mistake, doesn't it?
Yeah, Red. The biggest mistake of your life.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
A question that has been asked many times is, at what age does a boy become a man? It isn't when he reaches the age of 21, but when the qualities of grit and determination within him make him face up to the responsibilities of a job to be done, no matter what the difficulties. On May 21st, 1862, during the Civil War battle at Corinth, Mississippi, William H. Horsfall was serving as a drummer with Company G of the 1st Kentucky Infantry. During the furious and deadly engagement, he saw his captain fall wounded between the lines. Although, as a non-combatant, Horsfall was supposed to stay out of the range of fire, he rushed bravely forward at the risk of his own life to aid his wounded captain. Ignoring the fact that they were in the midst of a continuing and deadly hail of fire from both sides, the courageous drummer dragged the wounded officer to a place of safety, thereby saving his life. Later on, Horsfall grabbed a gun and some ammunition and went into the fight. But his commanding officer finally sent him to the rear, recommended him for the Medal of Honor, and gave him a furlough. Gallant as the drummer's valorous actions were, the officer felt that 14-year-old William Horsfall was still too young for battle. But Horsfall's personal code had already proved him a man.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Mojave Red sequel.
You know what common sense tells me, Red?
What, Johnny?
That you and J. Stewart Manley were in cahoots in the murder of Elmer Hobbs.
Oh, no, sir. You can't believe that.
You told us that Hobbs had a Silaflex rod, a Mitchell reel in his boat.
Yes, sir, he did. Just like the
We found him, Red, among your things back at the lake.
Oh, you found mine, Johnny, that Elmer gave me to match his. Look. Now, look what I found here in Manley's closet. This was Elmer's rod and reel, Johnny.
What?
All strung up with a wobble right spoon on it, just the way he fished with it. And he could cast so accurate.
You're sure this was his?
Well, here's his initials right on the butt, and scratched on the reel, too.
E.H.
Yeah, if you'd have looked, you would have found my initials on the rod there at the lake. But look here. Look what I found in the corner of this closet, all wrapped up, like to hide it.
The axe.
And I'm no detective, Johnny, but just look at these marks, like it was used to hack at some kind of thin metal.
The flotation tanks on that boat. Maybe you are a detective, Red, and a good one. But why did you come tearing in here to L.A.?
In the hopes, Johnny, I'd find these things. I thought from the first that Manley might be the one. Elmer never did really trust him. He told me that many a time.
But you didn't accuse him when I talked to you at the lake.
I wanted some proof.
Manley'd not only get a hunk of Hobbs' insurance, but a share of the business.
That's right, sir. I pulled a little trick on him, too.
What do you mean?
Well, I stopped along the way and I phoned him to make sure that he wouldn't be here for a while.
Well, what did you tell him?
I disguised my voice, Johnny, real good.
That voice of yours?
I told him that this was a friend, I said. That I thought he ought to know that you were working on the case.
Oh.
That if he'd left any evidence at Lake Mojave, he'd better get there and steer you away from it.
Red.
And that's the way I got him away from here so I could find this stuff.
But if he's gone to Lake Mojave...
Oh, I knew you could take care of him. And if I did find these things like I did, I was going to phone you there to be ready for him.
Well, then why did you attack me when I came in here?
Oh, sorry, Johnny, but I thought maybe he'd got wise and come back and maybe recognized my voice after all.
Exactly what happened, Red.
Mr. Manley? Sir?
That's right, J. Stewart Manley. And this is my wife, Mr. Dollar. Red.
Shoot them. Kill them, Stuart. They're burglars, don't you see? And we caught them robbing the house.
Quiet, Mary.
I suppose that means we were right. That you did kill your partner, Elmer Hobbs.
That stupid old man, fishing all the time instead of tending to the office, taking all the money.
Mary.
But now we'll have some money for a change. Own the business.
Mary, shut up. I see you found old Elmer's things.
No, sir. This fishing rod is his, not yours.
Oh, put it down.
Pretty foolish of you to bring that stuff here, Manley, especially the axe. I'm sure any good police lab will find traces of aluminum from the boat on it.
Kill him, Stuart. They're robbers. Their fingerprints will be all over.
Yeah, Mary's right. Your prowler's ransacking my house. And I can see the bulge of your pistol, Dollar. So any court in the land will uphold my right to kill you in self-defense. And Dollar, you go first.
Listen, you think you can shoot as straight as I can cast a fishing plug?
Huh?
Like this?
Oh, no.
Oh, get back, Mrs. Manley. I'd hate to have to sock a woman.
But you hurt him.
Yeah, as badly as he hurt Elmer Hobbs.
And look, that horrible fishing plug. The hooks have ripped his hand open. It's bleeding. That red-headed old fool throwing those hooks at him.
Oh, quiet.
Stuart, dear Stuart.
Red, that was a beautiful piece of casting. He almost tore his hand off with that plug.
Well, Johnny, it was with Elmer's own rig. I think maybe he would have liked that. I hope so. But you know what I hope the most, Johnny?
What, Red?
That the fishing is real good up where Elmer is now.
Manley and his wife. Yeah, Red had figured right. The morning of the day that Hobbs was killed, they'd rented a boat out of Cottonwood Landing, a few miles up the lake. Then ambushed him there in the big basin. Bob Cole at Cottonwood had noticed the new rod and reel when they'd come back off the lake, just before the big storm. Had noticed the axe, too, when he'd wondered about it. Now he knows. So, from here on in, it's up to the sheriff's office and the courts. Expense account total, including return of Ham's car, a few days of fishing, and the trip back to Hartford, $307 even. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment.
Our flag now numbers 50 stars, and behind each star there stands yet another flag for each of the 50 states. New Mexico's flag is an ancient Zia sun symbol, a red circle on a field of yellow, radiating from 4 points, which we might indicate as north, east, south, and west, are 4 parallel lines. 4 was a sacred number of Zia, the number most often used by the giver of all good gifts. The earth had 4 main directions, each with its own gifts. The year had 4 seasons, each with a different offering for mankind. The day had 4 phases: sunrise, noontime, evening, and night. Life had its 4 divisions: childhood, youth, manhood, and old age. Everything in life and nature was bound together in a circle, the circle of life and love, without beginning and without end. And in this great brotherhood of all things, man had 4 obligations. He must develop a strong body, a clear mind, and a pure spirit. 4th, and most sacred, he must devote unselfishly body, mind, and spirit to the welfare of his people. From this simple symbol, the Zia sun, we read the legend of a wonderful philosophy. The flag's colors of flaming red and golden orange represent the banners of Ferdinand and Isabella, which were carried by Columbus across the Atlantic. New Mexico's state flag, the flag of the 47th state to enter the Union, was adopted on March 19, 1925.
Now, here's our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, some of the funniest old characters I ever meet. And a 10-year-old boy solves the case. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote today's story. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Harley Bear, Forrest Lewis, Barney Phillips, Alan Reed, and Russell Thorson. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Roy Rowan speaking.
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.